Hello everyone, welcome to a LEGO Star Wars set review. Taking a look at set number 75108, Clone Commander Cody. This is a set that released in September of 2015, contains 82 pieces, and was part of the first ever wave of the LEGO Star Wars buildable figures. As you guys can see on the back of the box here, what the others were. I'm very excited to crack this open and build this, so let's go right into this, shall we? Alrighty, so unfortunately my box came smushed, so I'm just going to go right ahead and use the thumb tab right there to open up this to show you the contents inside, which... one bag full of mostly Technic pins and whatnot, the main body frame, a bag of most of the pieces like the clone's head, and the included instructions. Alright, let's build this up and see how this looks. Here he is, the Commander Cody buildable figure, and wow, I actually really like this. Like, I'm probably just speaking out of the fact that I just finished building this, but wow. So, okay, admittedly, this thing is not without flaws. Biggest flaws for me, having just finished building this, is the head. Okay, so if you look at the head, you'll notice it's a little bland. Like, it's got some color, but like the little things here, I'm pretty sure based on my minifigure clone collection, are supposed to be filled in with black. And I'm looking at my Phase 2 Commander Cody minifigure from the ATTE. These are supposed to be like a dark tan, and I'm pretty sure this antenna piece is not a white. So they kind of definitely skipped out on some areas for being printed. So it could have been like dual molded or something, I don't know, but they did what they did with it, and it's okay for the most part. It definitely resembles that of Commander Cody, and that's okay. I do like overall the color scheme on this guy. Like, from a distance, you're like, hey, that's Commander Cody. So yeah, and it gets points for that alone, I would say. Looking at the exclusive printed torso piece, you can see the details right there, how it's got some like weathering and all that. Very nice touch, if I say so myself. The details for the backpack on the back, of course, is a much better design than the Jango Fett one we had a look at in my previous buildable figure review, and it just feels a little bit more seamless with this build, even with the little antenna, which I guess Cody's known for, which is great attention to detail. I don't feel like I really need to go over, but like, this figure has great posability because it is all on ball joints, because Hero Factory Bionicle pieces, basically constructible figure pieces, so you can definitely get a lot of dynamic poses out of this guy without anything really popping off like you could expect from today's LEGO buildable figurines and mechs, unfortunately. The only other nitpick I really have is the blaster. I get it, it's the first wave, but this thing, if it's supposed to represent a DC, a DC-15 rifle, sure, let's go with that. Maybe a sniper rifle is more likely to what this could pass off as being, but it's just a bunch of Technic parts put together to be called a blaster. But it's okay, it's okay. There's not really much else to say about this figure other than you can get him to hold with both hands the rifle, so that looks really well, and it's just a shame that this is the only clone we've ever gotten. But anywho, let's have a look at what else this set has to offer. So having a look at the instructions, has the same box art, that's all fine and dandy, but it just gets right into it with the build process. It took me like maybe 15 minutes to assemble this figure, and that's okay. Flipping all the way to the back, though, you can see the completed model, a parts listing, and then the rest of the pages are just advertising for the other buildable figures, as well as the Star Wars sets that released in 2015. So yeah, there's just a win at the back. As for the extra parts, this is all that I received with my copy of this set. So I guess one thing I could quickly show off before I give my final thoughts is, you know, besides, you know, you can get this guy in a cool dynamic pose, is if you have the currently, as the time's recording, released Droideka, you can get these two to face off because they're pretty well in scale. And let me tell you, this looks awesome. And it makes me so feel like LEGO missed the ball here with the fact that this is the only clone trooper they ever released in the buildable figures line. We were close to getting a second, but oh, what a missed opportunity to have battle droids and all that. They were on a money-making pile, and they just kept making named characters, and if they just went down the clone and battle droid route... Same thing goes for Stormtroopers, but they did do that, but that's for another review. But yeah, that disappointing fact aside, I think this figure is really cool. For the fact that it only retailed for 25 Canadian in the day it released, it's a pretty cool set, you know? And again, it is a big unfortunate fact that it is the only clone that's ever released, and if you are trying to get your hands on this sealed nowadays, again, released in 2015, you're gonna have to be paying a little over 100 Canadian dollars, at least in terms of Bricklink, which you're gonna have to keep your eyes peeled for a deal. I would recommend going the used route because it's much cheaper, but still, if you want to get that building experience yourself, you're gonna have to pay a hefty price. I was lucky enough to swoop this for a pretty good deal, but yeah, at the price of the box being damaged. Anywho, though, yeah. Really like this figure, and I've yet to find a buildable figure I haven't really liked so far. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll find one and I'll review one that I just absolutely dislike. But this is one of the ones that I would say, yes, if you're a clone fan, or despite this being the only one, absolutely pick this up. This guy is absolutely tons of fun. Just maybe not warranting the price tag by nowadays standards. But anywho, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. I'm actually curious, what kind of buildable figures do you have in your guys' collection? Let me know. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in a future video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.